What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are looking at the newest character joining Marvel Strike Force's universe here, being available now in the Red Star Orbs. Lady Deathstrike cutting into battle. As you can see, her main strength is going to be bringing on damage, focus, and speed for her fellow WeaponX team. She's going to have the opportunity to actually apply bleed, gain bonuses when attacking, and as well, you're going to see that she's going to have a nice offensive ability for her ultimate that also actually applies immunity and cleansing the negatives on her fellow allies. So it's really cool to see that synergy right there. We definitely are going to dive into the Red Star Orbs here and maximize that chance. It's very rare that we actually get an event like this actually on the weekend, so it's very nice to see, and we want to fully take advantage of that, right? So just before you guys get started, always make sure that this is reflected. You know, we may see her little icon and avatar here, but you always want to go into here, hit the little eye, scroll to the bottom, and making sure that you hit the additional eyes here for additional information. And by going to the bottom, we should actually see the 15% increase. So hopefully you guys get that, and that actually confirms that that is in effect here. So generally what I've been doing with these Red Star Orbs has been aiming for 2 or 3 red, opening about 5 to 10. Reason being is because I'm actually saving the majority of them for Omega Red, with him being the newest legendary character in the game, and it's going to help me be able to maximize that opportunity. So we'll open 5 to 10 for today, see how we do, and then as well, I always like to play it by ear during the week. So we have 48 right now, and let's get this party started. So a 3 red on Mantis, unfortunately, no luck there, but this does feed into the elites, if you recall, which is good for us, especially if we're stockpiling in preparation for Omega Red. Yeah, downside with collecting all these different characters now is the fact that obviously we're going to get more and more duplicates through playing the game, and that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so that's 5 right there, and still no Lady Deathstrike, actually, so we might have to even go over our initial 8 right now just to see how the luck is, but sometimes it's just some bad pulls too with the RNG being factored in. Yeah, so 8 pulled right there, and we didn't get any. So you know what, we'll open 5 more, and then I'll probably stop there until what I like to do is, if the luck is not falling in my favor, I'll restart another time this week. But that looks like the case here, actually, because we're not really getting a lot of good pulls here. So I can get a lot of duplicates here. Actually, and if I don't get any here, maybe I'll even switch over to Elite 4 and see how that does. But just to take advantage of that full 15. So wow, we didn't actually get any here at all. So what I want to do then is, maybe if I switch over here, since we have that extra 3 here, we could try opening 1 here from built up from all those elites, and let's see, maybe we can get lucky here. Oh wow, so that's what I like to do. If you don't get any in the 2, I like to switch over, especially at least to the 4, and then we can at least get lucky here. So that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want, and now I can save the rest for Omega Red. So that's exactly the game plan. So let's take a look, you guys, at Lady Deathstrike's kit, as well as potential T4 recommendations. And keep in mind, this is just a high-level analysis now before we actually dive into the WeaponX team synergy. But Reaper Revenge is her basic ability, and you can see she's just nothing crazy. She's just going to apply the primary target with piercing damage, and if they have bleed, she actually does have the chance to repeat this attack. Additionally, she can also transfer any deflects from the primary target to herself, and additionally, this is going to get that piercing as well as extra focus. If we were to T4 this ability, it's going to also apply defense down. So I think she's going to be doing a lot of damage on this team, so I think this is definitely something that we should consider as a T4, because you're going to see with all her attacks she has piercing, and especially if that bleed's already in effect from her fellow WeaponX, they're going to be spreading that all around. This defense down is really just going to be the cherry on top. So definitely a good T4 recommendation that I would recommend in considering for the basic. Deadly Weapon Special. Essentially, she's attacking a primary and the adjacent targets for the piercing damage once again. And the cool thing with this ability is that if she kills them, she actually repeats this attack using a new primary target randomly chosen. So the nice thing about this ability as well is it also actually targets stealth targets following that initial kill. And again, you can see that with the kill as well, she's also going to actually add to the duration of the positive effects on herself and all the WeaponX. So this is going to continually keep going and going. You really want to use her as the main one killing and finishing off the enemies, because this is just going to keep enhancing the buffs on the team, and it's going to continually stack, and then you can continually add more to the arsenal. So that's really beautiful. I like how this is not actually war specific as well. It's just going to be a good team synergy. By leveling up this ability though, you can also see that her special is going to actually reduce the speed bar here, and as well she's also going to gain offense up. The bleed comes in naturally by leveling up even more. The offense up actually lasts for 2 turns, and the speed bar gets reduced even more if we were to push it to level 6. Level 7, this is the one where you want to consider if you care about the extra 1 bleed or 2 bleeds, right? And keep in mind, this bleed is going to allow her to have those additional defense downs with her basic being changed. So this is really nice to consider as well. So another strong consideration. Her kit's looking really, really good. Level 6 is definitely a good place to end off, but that icing on the cake, once again, with the T4 on her special, would give that 2 bleed instead of 1. Adamantium Flurry is her ultimate, and this is the really different offensive ability because it actually has defensive components. So for this ability, it can't miss any target if it has bleed. So that right there, again, synergizes with the bleed condition being on the enemy. Additionally, on top of that, when we level up this ability, she's going to apply defense down. You can see it's going to apply to a maximum of 2 turns. As well, by leveling it up overall, we're going to get immunity for the WeaponX, and that's what's beautiful because it's meant to be an offensive attack, but she's also going to be able to have those defensive components by applying immunity. By even the level 6 here provides amazing value because she's going to be able to strip away all the negative effects from herself and WeaponX. So 100% this has to go to level 6, and as well by T4ing this ability, it's actually going to rebound to 4 adjacent targets, and once again the 2 bleeds on each of her attacks and targets. So that right there is very similar to the special, the 2 bleeds being lasting on everyone. And again, I recommend it because of the fact that you're going to see that she's going to really thrive on those bleeds, which allow her to have those defense down the spread, and that's going to give the entire WeaponX beautiful synergy. And last but not least, with the passive here, Murderous Intent. The level 1 is just healing for herself for 20% of the max health, right? But by leveling up this ability, you can see in War, this is where it gets interesting. This is finally the War component. They gain the additional focus. The WeaponX gains focus. Leveling up this ability as well. When she drops below that 60% threshold, she's going to get the death proof. So that's just for herself, by the way. Keep that in mind. In War, they're also going to gain resistance against bleed for themselves as well as all the allies. And with the T4 here recommendation, she's going to gain 2 evades on top of the 2 death proofs, and as well all the resistance for the enemies are actually lowered with bleed. And this is again not just effective in War. This is consistent for all game modes. So 100%, this is definitely a good T4 recommendation. It keeps her alive with the evades and death proofs, but as well, she's going to be able to lower their resistance even more, so that way everyone on the team has high focus to land their abilities. So all of her kit is actually worthy of T4ing in my opinion. If there's a specific order, I would maximize on both the special and ultimate with the bleeds, but the basic is definitely not something we can scuff over, especially if they have the bleed and she can actually apply the defense down even on her basic attack, which is absolutely beautiful. So hope you guys enjoy this quick overview and review. Glad I was able to get the 4 red here. Got super lucky in that last poll. Good luck with your guys' Red Star polls as well. Thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you checking out my videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.